Students, once again, welcome to Ideas That Matter. My name is Atul Khosla, and I will be with you in we'll start in another 1 minute or so. And we have with us Dr. Kesri Singh and Dr. Vivek Atray with us.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Dr. Singh. So we will start in another 1 minute. I think we've got another approximately 40 odd participants on Zoom and I'm told another 100 on YouTube. So we've got a good audience with us today. Another 1 minute and we will start. Yeah, you were talking about the weather, Vivek. So Solan, we still don't have fans, but we believe it's warm.
That's good. Oh, wish we could come to Solan.
I think now they're allowing interstate, so
we'll
welcome. Absolutely. So around 50 odd students here and another 100, like I said, on YouTube. So 1 more minute, 30 seconds, and we will start. Okay. So Vivek, if you allow me, should we start?
Sure, please go ahead.
Wonderful. So good afternoon, students, teachers, parents. Welcome to Ideas That Matter, series of webinars by Shoolini University, Kasoli Hills. The idea behind these series of webinars is to touch all of you, inspire you, answer your questions, and counsel you so that you all can be successful. It's our ultimate desire to be successful, and who else can speak better about it than Mr. Vivek Atray, ex-IAS officer, TEDx speaker, motivational speaker, and author of multiple books. His last book was Finding Success Within, and we will be speaking to Vivek about it. Professor Kesri Singh is an economist, a PhD from Himachal Pradesh University, and also a professor and director of the undergraduate programs at Shoolini University. She'll take you through careers in commerce and business, and also tell you more about Shoolini University. Very quickly about me, my name is Atul Khosla. I'm the founder and Pro-Vice Chancellor of Shoolini University, Kasoli Hills. We're located in Solan, very close to Kasoli, and I'm sure all of you have heard about Kasoli. We're up in the mountains in the middle of a pine forest, very, very beautiful out here. I'm a BTech from IIT Kanpur, an MBA from Jamnalal Bajaj, which is a premier business school in Bombay. And then I spent around 25 odd years in the industry. 7 different countries, 35 different cities, lots of multinationals. I've been the CEO of a few companies before I decided to start teaching and found a university. So that's about me, but I think it's all about you students today. The topic is careers in commerce, finding success in that. So I'm going to request Vivek to take 5 to 7 minutes, taking us through his thoughts about how to find success, and more importantly, careers in commerce. I will then pick up my thoughts. We'll then have another 7 to 10 minutes of discussion with Professor Kesri and open it up to questions. So you've got Q&A and a chat bot. Please don't hesitate to ask any question. And Vivek, I and Dr. Kesri, students, would love to answer all your questions. Vivek, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Professor Atul Khosla, for that introduction and welcome. And thank you, Professor Kesri Singh, for joining. And the team at Shoolini for putting this together. It's a wonderful opportunity to reach out to students, to those who are still deciding their careers, to those who are still to make decisions. So we'll be very happy to advise you, guide you, and maybe give you some direction to your decision making. And also, in the end, as Atul Khosla ji said, we'll have some questions and answers also. So just to talk about careers, firstly, you have to find what your heart wants. If any young person is to decide what is to take place in your life, firstly, find out what really drives you. What is your passion? What drives you from within? Is your heart wanting you to be a particular thing, but everyone else is telling you to be something else? Then you have to really search within and find out the answer. Sometimes we don't know what our heart wants, and sometimes we cannot decide between two things. So first of all, I always follow in such processes the process of elimination. So if you feel that the arts and history are not for you, then just keep that out of the way. the humanities out of the way. Then you decide between, let's say, if you're in class 10, between non-medical and commerce, or whatever it is. So you gradually come to your decision. And as Professor Khosla and Kesri ma'am will tell you, and I will tell you later in the program, there is no decision which cannot be altered or fine-tuned later. There are so many opportunities to change your stream a little bit, modify it here and there, and therefore don't feel stuck and don't feel that you are, plunging into the danger zone by taking a decision which cannot be reversed and you are stuck for life. So take your decision logically and with a sensible mind and thought and research. Find out which university you feel is the best and go for it. But then when you have taken that decision, then stick by it. And if you feel the opportunity is there to alter your course, then do that also. For commerce, it is very important for you to probably love numbers and love, maths and things, accounts, and also have an eye for statistics. It is important that you are a person who is quite attuned to this kind of mindset and thinking process. Of course, you can be a creative person also, which uses the right side of the brain. But in this case, the left side of the brain is the logical side, the methodical side of the brain. It should be far developed. And if you feel that from within the urge is that you want to spend your life in a commerce related job, or you want to do commerce and then maybe do management and get onto a business role, then that is something that you can do. I would suggest that you also research on what are the careers after commerce. There are many options for you available today, and these options must be utilized by you. If you want to be a chartered accountant, it is a great idea to do a BCom before that. And if you want to be a generalist, then perhaps it is better to choose a BBA kind of degree. So these are clear options before you, but don't take the plunge without going into deep thinking and deciding what to do. I, in my experience, have also been, apart from a government officer as director and deputy commissioner, I've also been managing director of a corporation or two. And I have found that those people with a commerce background or management background, they had a better understanding of the overall progress that the organization could make, how to get more profits, how to work better, efficiencies, and understanding the nitty-gritty of the organization. Atul Khosla ji has been in so many corporate roles. He knows the corporate world much better. But there are so many things that you can pick up from this webinar, which will help you to decide your career and your strategy going forward. We'll be very happy to advise you and guide you. But again, to repeat, you must make your own decision based on your strengths. Eliminate your areas of uninterest, which you don't want to take up, and then take a decision. And as we will all tell you later, it is very important to choose the right institution. And if you choose the right institution, then the right course will come naturally to you. The right subject will come naturally. Institutions matter. So Atul Khosla is from IIT Kanpur, and that label of IIT Kanpur is very solid and strong. I being from NIT Kurukshetra and then from the IAS, these are strong labels to have. So whatever institution you choose, it is important to decide a good one. So I think over to Atul again, and we can go on sharing some more thoughts as the webinar progresses.
So, thank you, Vivek, and I have another 3 to 5 minutes to tell the students. But one question comes to my mind, and I think every student will be asking this. How do I choose the right university? There's so many of them around. All of them seem to say the same thing. How do I choose?
Yeah, so it's very important for you to find out a couple of things about every university. Firstly, you must see the faculty. The faculty is something which is absolutely vital to see. The people who are going to be teaching you, are they qualified? Are they experienced? Maybe you can see some videos of them or whatever. You can learn about them. That's very important. Then you must see who has set up the university. For example, Shoolini University has been established by academicians. Professor P.K. Khosla, former Vice Chancellor, had set up this university as a Vice Chancellor. Even today, he's so active and he knows academics like the back of his hand. And so it's a family of academicians who have set up the university. That also matters. At times, it could be a business house which sets up a university. and someone else is running it, then the connect is not as strong. So see these factors, who are the people involved, the faculty, and of course, the reputation, the kind of placements, the kinds of campus, the kind of environment, these also matter to you.
I think so true. So I was looking at the Q&A section, and before I start, Harsh is asking, I have no idea about my future. I don't know what I'm going to do. And I can tell you, students, that's exactly the status I had. When I was in my 12th, I had no idea about where I was headed, but I did know that I want to study further. And that was all I knew. And I'm sure all of you have the same challenge. So choosing the right career, choosing the right course, choosing the right institute is a very, very tough decision. I'll quickly tell you about my story before I get into some thoughts for you. I'm a Solan boy. I grew up in Himachal, a place called Solan. I went to a school called St. Luke's. And somewhere along the way, someone told me that you should go to a good university. What a good university meant for me at that point of time, Vivek, was a university that had a swimming pool. That's all that mattered, because someone told me that universities were good have swimming pools and universities were not that good do not have swimming pools. What a wrong way to choose a university. But that's the way it was. Luckily, in those days, only the IITs had swimming pools apart from NID Kurukshetra and PEC. So I decided to prepare for the IIT. Honestly, that was my story. So I was lucky I got into IIT. The good news is for students today, there are lots and lots of quality universities and quality institutions around. So how do you go about doing it? I have 5 stories to tell you, students, 5 thoughts to tell you in terms of how do you go about choosing what you want to do. I think the first thought I'd like to give is course versus institute. In my opinion, the institute that you go to is more important than the course that you choose. Many of you will debate, should I do a BCom or a BBA, computer science or mechanical engineering? Trust me, students, it does not matter. Because a good university like Shoolini will give you enough flexibility to choose between the two. You can decide later on if you want to switch. You can move and do a degree in computer science and you can have a minor in commerce, or you can do a major in commerce and a minor in computer science. We will give you enough options. But what's most important is the institute you take, because the people you will interact with, the faculty you will interact with, the students you will interact with, the culture that will be imbibed into you, the freedom that you'll get to learn will only come if you go to a great university. So that's the first thought I like to give is, do not think too much about the course. First, select the institute and the university you want to go. And I'm going to play a small clip about Shoolini, if you allow me, just to give you a sense about what is Shoolini. It's a new video that I did personally myself, Vivek. I hope you guys like it. If you give me, allow me, Vivek, one second. I think I pressed the wrong button. 1 second, students. I did not play the music. So here it is again. Okay. Vivek, can I start?
Please go ahead.
So like I said, choose the right university. I hope you liked what you saw about Shoolini. That's Shoolini for you. Definitely very inspiring, very beautiful. Great professors like Vivek who teach over here. I think the second thought which I'd like to leave all of you students is going to be your future is going to be built around skills which you don't even know what is needed. For example, knowledge is not going to be the skill for the future. You can get knowledge from the Wikipedia. You can get knowledge from the internet, from Google. But these will not be the skills that will be needed in the future. What will be needed is ability to think or problem solve, as you call it, ability to lead, ability to collaborate, ability to be confident, more importantly, ability to learn and ability to unlearn. So if I think about Vivek, my life of being at IIT, I don't think I had learned much of engineering. Luckily, I didn't. But I learned so many other things. I learned how to solve new problems. Dr. Kesri, who works with me, can tell you that I can get into any problem and I can attempt to solve it in a pretty sane way. And I'm sure you learned that at NIT and IAS too, I'm sure, Vivek. So the second thing is your future success will not depend upon the course you take, but will depend upon the learning that you have. And the question you have to ask yourself, students, is that the right learning? The third thing I'm going to talk about is ability to speak English. A lot of people will tell you, students, you need to speak good English. I could not speak a word of English till I went to IIT. English is important, but what's more important is communication skills. So learn how to speak. Any language is good. हिंदी में भी चलेगा, पंजाबी भी चलेगा, हिमाचली भी चलेगी. हिमाचली कम चलेगी क्योंकि बाहर लोगों को नहीं समझ आती है. हिंदी में ट्राई कीजिए, but communicate. Let's look at our Prime Minister, Mr. Modi. What a great communicator. He's not very good at English. Am I right, Vivek? But what a phenomenal communicator.
True.
So, third, learn to communicate. Fourth, do something that your heart tells you. Just because आपका कोई दोस्त कोई जा रहा है, कुछ program कर रहा है, don't do that. Choose a job you love and you won't have to work a day in your life. That's what Confucius says, and trust me, it's true. I come to work every day, Vivek. I'm so excited. Every day, I'm having a tap dance when I come to work. I'm dancing because I love it. It's not because someone is pushing me to say, Aaj, office jao, office jao, office jao. I get up in the morning and I say, wow, what a beautiful day. And I'm out there to conquer the world. So do something that you like. If it's commerce, do that. If it's BBA, do that. If it's science, do that. If it's music, do that. If it's engineering, do that. Don't be restricted. Enough opportunities for all of you. And finally, I would say, dream. बड़ा सोचो. मैं कई बार बच्चों से पूछता हूँ, what do you want to do in life? And Vivek, they tell me, I want to be a successful manager in a successful company. That's not a dream. A dream is where you say, I want to be the prime minister of the country. For example, my dream is to win the Nobel Prize. And I have no qualms about it. I don't think I'll win it, but I try every day. I don't know how to win it, but hopefully I'll do a good enough job with many of you. And I don't have a chance on economics and science, but who knows, I still have the Nobel Prize, which I could get, Vivek. That's the joke I have with my faculty and my friends. But point I wanted to make is dream, students, and have a lot of fun. क्योंकि काम में मजा आएगा तो बहुत जबरदस्त करोगे. तो जो पढ़ाई करोगे वो करो जिसमें आपको लगता है मजा आएगा. And good universities, like I told you, will give the opportunity for you to change things. You are not stuck. If you do hotel management, you can move to BCom and vice versa. So you're not stuck anywhere, and that's the flexibility you should seek from the university that you join. So the most important thing, if there's one thing I would like you to remember is choose the right university. उसमें गलती कर दी तो जो मैंने चीजें आपको बताई हैं वो आपको नहीं मिलेंगी. तो ड्रीम करो, मजे करो, मस्ती मारो, पढ़ाई करो, हार्डवर्किंग बनो, थोड़ा बहुत इकोनॉमिक्स और कॉमर्स भी सीख लो, वरना केसरी मैम गुस्सा हो जाएंगी क्योंकि ये पढ़ाती हैं कॉमर्स और आपको बताएंगी अभी. बट अल्टीमेटली become a leader, become a collaborator, and you will be very, very successful. I hope I've answered a question. I'm going to now request Professor Kesri to speak for 3 to 5 minutes. Take us through the difference between BBA and BCom, what happens in these programs. And we'll then get into Q&A. We've got questions. I think we've already 8 to 10 questions. So students, keep asking questions. I promise you, Vivek and I will answer every question of yours individually. Over to you, Professor Keshri.
Thank you, Professor Atul, and thank you, Mr. Atray. And it was, as always, great to listen to you. And I'm sure that the students have gained a lot of insight from your talk. And good afternoon, students. And it's I wish that I could see you face to face, but that's not possible in this webinar. But I'm sure that some of you, if you decide to choose Shoolini, and I'll be able to meet you. We heard a lot about IIT, and Mr. Vivek Atray talked about IAS. He had a lot of experience. But what I'm going to take you through is the very basic ABC of, after what happens exactly after we complete our 12th standard. So I'm going to take you through a small presentation. And sorry, Professor Khosla, I may take more than 5 minutes here because
Please take 10 minutes. Lots of students are asking this question. Arzu is asking, what do you do in commerce? Ye hota kya hai commerce? So I'm sure, please go ahead and take 10 minutes.
Absolutely. When I'm in front of the students and it's very difficult for me to stop myself, I'll take a minute to share my screen. All right. So here I am with my presentation. I hope it is visible.
Absolutely clear, ma'am. Go ahead.
So very good afternoon, dear friends and dear students. And I'm here in front of you to talk about careers after commerce. But before that, as the two speakers already spoke about the institution, right decisions we make in life. So I'd like to share my experience that after completing my 12th standard, it was very difficult for me as well to decide which way I go and what should I do and where should I go. And it makes, trust me, it makes a lot of difference in your life later that what choices you make after 12th standard. It is a very, very crucial point of time in our life, and the decisions we make today are going to give a shape to our life at later stage in our later stage. So very quickly, what is career? Career is whatever we do for earning in life, and any activity. It can be economic activity. We have to do something at least to survive. And that's why I said that what is going to matter later in life is the decisions we are going to make today, the career we are going to choose today. So when we complete our 12th standard, so there are some mistakes which I'd surely like to talk about, which all of us make. Never ever plan your future without make any planning, right? Please move ahead with lot of planning. Don't just jump into any career. Don't just jump into any program, any course. Have a lot of planning done, and how that is to be done I'll share in my next slide. Then please don't follow the crowd. This is the biggest mistake which we make today. My friend is doing this program, so that's why I'm going to join this. Please never ever do that. Why? Because all of us are completely different from one another. Whatever I like, my friend may not like that. So each one of us is unique. All of us have different strengths. All of us have our different own weaknesses. So please don't just follow the crowd. And then accept the parents' verdict. Again, this is a mistake sometimes we make, that we choose our career under the influence of our parents, under the influence of our relatives, and under peer pressure. Please do not forget that all of us are unique, and please evaluate yourself before planning. Identify your strengths and weaknesses and then take the decision. And talking about the current trends, this is a highly competitive world. Only the fittest is going to survive. When I say fittest, I think two of my dear colleagues have already spoken about that. The skills matter nowadays. It is not necessarily that you have scored 99% marks and you are going to get a good career. Surely the person who has the better skill set, who is having the passion, who is having the attitude, who is having the right skill set is going to succeed in life. And checking quality in products. All of us are checking the quality in products. I want an iPhone. I want branded clothes. Mom, you must give me a pair of shoes which is branded, Woodland, and this and that. But we are not paying much attention to the education, Remember that the quality education is going to shape your career later. Efforts to increase quantity. In countries like India, we have been, talking about that so many people passed out from the college every year and so many number of students passed out from the university, but we are not giving much importance to the quality. Then last thing I'd like to talk about is that aimless process. As I said, sometimes we do not give much importance after 12th standard that what is to be done. We just choose the career by the influence of our parents and some other people, but without realizing that we may have to pay a huge cost in future, and then there is no coming back. So please plan before you choose your career. How do you do that? Know yourself, as I said. Please identify what are my likes and dislikes. What do I do? What I love doing the most. And then you can take the help. Take help from your teachers. Take help from your parents. Take help from your friends and someone you admire the most, right? Someone wants to succeed in corporate world. Look up to a person whom you admire the most. As an example, if I had to choose a career in corporate world, I would have looked up to, Kiran Majumdar-Shaw. The way she has been handling she's a renowned entrepreneur. The way she has been handling her company, I would have been, considered her as a role model. So explore the possibilities. Dear students, this is not a time when you cannot explore these possibilities. Everything is available at your fingertips. Just Google it and you will find each and every information available right in front of you. Then explore the possibilities, visit the websites of the institutions you are looking for, and then compare. Compare and then find the best for yourself. And please do not ever believe that what others are saying. If I am saying Shoolini University is the best, please do not trust me. Go to our website, verify the facts, and then take the decision. I'm sure that you will get all answers related to that on my Shoolini University website. Make choices. Then once you compare everything, once you verify everything, then make choices. But once you make a choice, then there should not be no going back. Then make it happen. What are the career options available after 12th standard? I can see a lot many questions in my Q&A section. There are different options available. You can go for BCom honors, and then you can go for BBA, then you can go for BA honors economics. There are other options available. You can go for, if you are interested in literature, you can go for BA honors English. You can go for hospitality and hotel management. You can go for journalism, and you can go for any other stream of liberal arts. So many options available. I'd like to add a point here, dear students. Please listen to me very carefully. Social science is the stream where we include commerce and economics, BCom. Is the stream where you have the widest range of options available. And if you have chosen medical, then you have very limited options that you will go into medical profession. But you are commerce students, social science students, you have many opportunities available in front of you. Then I am sure that most of you will get answer in this slide. Why should I go for BCom honors? Let me tell you that if you are a commerce student and if you complete BCom honors, I'm here laying a lot of stress on honors. We are offering BCom honors, which is completely different from commerce, that is simple BCom. BCom honors means with specialization. So it provides a foundation in all aspects of commerce. As I said, you can prepare after that for CAT, MAT, CA, CS, any examination. If you are good at accounts, if you are good at figures, then you may go for this degree. It is a basic degree, and after that, if you have research and academic interest, then you can go for MBA, you can go for MCom, and you can go for PhD in commerce, and then you will end up doing a very successful career in research and academics. But there is very much available option, the most frequently opted by the student, that is MBA. Students with honors degree have always got a better options while going for the master's degree. They will always be preferred over the simple BCom degree. Then I'd like to little bit talk about that. How is Shoolini BCom honors different from other BCom offered by other institutions? First of all, it is a BCom honors degree what we are offering. It is with specialization. We are offering BCom honors with specialization like finance and accounts and economics. And the curriculum which we are following, it is every semester it is updated in consultation with the industry expert, And we have added some practical courses to this program like aptitude, like tally, and because nowadays no one prepares the accounts on paper, everything is through the software. And then GST courses like GST has been added to the curriculum. Every 6 months, our board of studies meet and the curriculum is updated. Then you will have an opportunity to avail the foreign exchange program, where you can complete one semester from from the university in abroad. We have more than 200 global alliances. And then if you are interested in getting a job immediately after BCom honors, we'll be very happy to provide you that. And the best of the companies like Bank of America, Genpact, Vardhman, AirAsia, companies like these have already come to the campus and have hired our students, and they are doing successfully their job in these companies. And we have made it mandatory for all our undergraduate students to go for summer internship. However, you might have heard only for MBA students, they have been taking summer internship. Then we thought that why not start this training at the undergrad level itself? So you will be going for summer internship. Then parents ask that, where do I send my child for internship? Nothing to worry about. We will make you placed with best of the companies like Nestle, Cadbury, Reliance Jio, Lemon Tree. And these companies will come for hiring to the campus, and we will prepare you for the interview, and they will hire you, and then you will end up doing 2 months internship with these reputed companies. And then a lot of focus on skill development. As Professor Atul and Professor Atray has already said, that nowadays it is an era of skill development. If you have to succeed, you need to have the right set of skills. Here we are going to work through this program called Sprint. We are going to work on your skills. And we are going to take care of even smallest of needs of yours, that how to shake hand, which types of socks you need to wear if you are wearing a blue trouser. Sorry, not red. Red is not allowed. All right. So these are the small things which we will take care in this Sprint skill development program. Then other option is go for BBA. And why should I go for BBA? See, when BBA was started, it was introduced as a mini MBA program. It is a short training for going for pursuing MBA in future. So it is an excellent career opportunities in corporate world. If you feel a little scared of accounts, and then you can go for BBA, and then you can go for MBA, and you will have a wonderful career in corporate world. It prepares you for the different skill sets like marketing, HR, finance, and which are highly required by most of the companies nowadays. And we are again not offering simple BBA. We here at Shoolini are offering BBA with specialization HR, marketing, and finance. And then most of the students get confused whether I should go for BBA or I should do BCom honors. I think I have already answered this question, that if you have hardcore interest in accounting, and if you are looking for CA, CS, then you should definitely go for BCom honors, because we will teach you different types of accounting in BCom honors. And if you have hardcore interest of pursuing a career in corporate world, and like you are scared of accounts, but you are very good at interest at marketing and HR skills, and then you should go for BBA. And trust me that you will get all type of training which is required to complete your MBA afterwards. And we'll take you through all those activities which we conduct for MBA, of course, on a larger extent. And then at BBA level only, you will get, around 60 to 70% you will get trained for MBA here at Shoolini if you choose for BBA program. And then the next option is BA Honors Economics. So this is the option, some of the students might have a dream to become IAS officer like Professor Atray. Some of you would like to compete for, the state level administrative services. And then economics is the mostly subject chosen by these aspirants. And this will prepare you for UPSC examination like IAS, HS, and there is Indian Economic Services examination also, and which will make you which will be an entry point to the administrative services. And again, the curriculum for BA Honors in Economics here at Shoolini, we are keeping it updated. We have included the latest current aspects have been included in the syllabus like gender. We have been talking about the Himalayan sustainability, and we have been talking about the different issues in developmental economics. And as I said, we keep our curriculum updated for all the programs. And very quickly, would like to talk about that if you join Shoolini, that what would be the add-ons? What are the things you are going to enjoy the most apart from teaching and learning, of course, outside the classes? You will get an opportunity to go for educational tours where you will be out for 18 to 21 days and you will visit different places. You will explore the world. Then buddy system, your senior batch students will become your buddy. They will take care of you from the day one. The moment you enter the Shoolini University gate, they will guide you at every step. So there is no point at all of ragging. Online education. And nowadays we are under COVID crisis, and that we have not been able to go to the school and college to the university. But here at Shoolini, our students are not worried at all. We have gone fully online. They are enjoying their classes online. They can submit their exams, they can submit their assignments, quizzes online, and they are not worried at all, and they are passing out well in time. Hobby clubs, very important. All of us love doing different things outside the studies, and here you get an opportunity to explore all your hobbies, whether it is cooking, photography, singing, dancing, cultural activities, sports activities. Different clubs are there where you will get n number of opportunity to explore the hobbies. Choose an open elective. There will be some core courses, but you will definitely have an opportunity to choose one course in each semester of your choice based on your hobbies. It can be photography, it can be music, it can be psychology, it can be sex education, it can be any out of the 40 odd courses. You will be able to choose one course of your choice every semester. That means 6 courses as per your choice and from different fields. Then social projects. We make our students to contribute to the society. We want at this tender age only our students to think about that how they can contribute to the society. So social projects, you will get an opportunity where you will work with some schools, you will work with some underprivileged children. Then some people will go for tree plantation, again as per your choice. And we will invite the renowned personalities from all walks of life to have an interaction with you, so that a lot of personality development happens here at Shoolini. And then the question arises that if I complete my BCom honors, BBA, all this team, then what are the options are going to be available for me after that? If you have interest in academics, if you want to be a professor like me, you can go for higher studies, like you can go for MCom, you can go for MA economics, and then you will do your PhD, and then you can start your career in research and academics. Yes, of course, you can become CA, chartered accountant, after the completion of BCom honors. Then company secretaryship you can choose. Then you can become IAS, bureaucrats like Professor Atray. Then the most important option is MBA. You can anytime join MBA and can start earning a very good salary in corporate world. And then who stops you? You can become an entrepreneur. You may not be a job seeker. You would like to give jobs to the other people by starting your own organization, by starting your own venture. So there is another option. You can become an entrepreneur as well. And then what are the companies which will be looking forward to hire the students like you after BCom honors, after BBA, after BA honors economics? We have big names to our credit at Shoolini University, Bank of America, Vardhman. The companies you are able to see on the screen, these are the companies which frequently come to the campus for hiring. And these are the logos which I have put here. Most of the companies which are asking for the BCom honors, BBA and BA honors economics students. And every year they come to us, but very few students opt for placement after the graduation. And yes, of course, after MBA, we are providing 100% placement to the people who join our MBA program at Shoolini. So these are all big names. Again, don't trust me. You can always Google them, and then you will find that how big these organizations are. And a quick look at Shoolini University. This is our campus. And then we have a vision of being among top 200 global universities by 2022. And let me tell you that we are working day and night to make it happen. And very soon we will be among 200 global university by 2022. And then this is the slide which is showing our ranking, our progress over the years. If I talk about specifically about the school which you are going to join, this is the School of Business Management and Liberal Arts. We have been ranked by Government of India as 65th best school in the country. And you'll be very happy to know that there are more than 3,000 business schools in India. And we in the journey of only 10 years have been successful in getting the 65th rank. And every year our ranking has been improving. And if you join Shoolini, you will be joining one of the most cleanest campus, and we have been awarded by Government of India again for that. And these are the countries where we have the global footprints, and we have, as I said, more than 200 global alliances, and you can avail one semester in abroad in these universities. There are a lot many opportunities. And then we have the world's best library, and I would surely like to show it to you when you come to the campus. And these are the activities. We work for the social cause, and industrial visit is a frequent activity for our undergraduate students, where we take you to the best of the industries for first-hand experience. So these were some of the glimpses of Shoolini universities. And if you have any query related to all these programs, we'll be very, very happy to take that. And of course, once this COVID crisis is over, we would surely like to plan a visit for you to Shoolini, and I'm sure that you are going to love every moment spent at Shoolini University. And with this, I'd like to also say that please be very, very careful when you choose about your program and when you choose the university, and please verify the facts first of all. And I would request each one of you to go to our website www.shooliniuniversity.com and go through the website, and if you feel comfortable with verify each and every fact, and then take the decision, and we'll be very happy to take all your queries. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Kesri. Lots of questions over here, so let's pick them up, Vivek.
Sure.
We have Harsh, of course, saying, I don't know about the future, what do I do? Harsh, hopefully we were able to answer some of your questions. I would say, in case you still have questions, set up an appointment with a counselor at Shoolini. We'll be happy to guide you. We'll be happy to tell you about what different options exist. But just read about different options, right? I mean, it's not that complex. You could, after 12th, do a career in science. You could do engineering if you've done maths. If you are a commerce or an arts student, you could either do a classical BCom, BBA, Eco Honors. You can do a yoga program. You can do programs in journalism. You can do a program in hotel management, design. It's all up to you what you like. So start asking yourself what you like, Harsh, and I'm sure you'll find the answer. So Vandana is asking which colleges or universities after the 12th? Vivek, what do you think?
It depends on a couple of things. Do your research, and actually all India, you should be able to go to the university of your choice. There should not be any factor inhibiting your location. Choose the best campus with good facilities. Secondly, choose your program and choose the best all-round activity campus so that you become an all-rounder. I have been emphasizing that it's important to be an all-rounder. Atul Khosla also said that it is not what you learn, but the fact that you go to a good institution and develop your personality, become a complete human being who is capable of solving problems. There are so many challenges that will come in life which will not depend on which degree you have. However, if you take your strength into your studies, then you will be able to achieve things which are much superior. So I think if you have that brain, a bent of mind, then go for BCom or BBA, and a university like Shoolini is ideal for you.
I think a similar question by Redmi. She's asking, or he's asking, I can't decide what to do after 12th. I understand, Redmi. It's difficult. I still don't know what I want to do with my life. I keep on re-exploring myself every 5 to 7 years. That's what human beings are. I would say, pick up the best thing that you feel like doing now. If BCom, BBA, economics is what you want to do, pick up one of them. If it's hotel management, if you're fond of cooking or hotels, pick up hotel management. If you're athletic, you like doing spiritual stuff, pick up yoga. If you like mathematics, engineering might be something. Don't do engineering unless you like mathematics. There are programs in biotechnology and pharma that you can also do. So lots and lots of options, and you guys are spoiled for choice. So I would say the university, once again, is very important. Over time, you can decide what really excites you. Yug is asking, tell us about CFA. Kesri, you want to pick this up? The Chartered Financial Analyst program.
So it is more like CA program only. So again, here the knowledge of all type of accounting will be very, very important to you. So I would suggest that you go for BCom honors program. As I said in my presentation, that the all type of accounting will be taught to you: cost accounting, management accounting, corporate accounting, and at the same time, as I said, that we are offering the BCom honors with finance and account specialization. I think that will help you to complete this, prepare for this program.
So the difference, Yug, between CA and CFA is that a CA typically will focus on accounts, while a CFA typically works in a bank. It's a financial analyst, works in an investment bank, stock markets. Typically brokers and stock markets will have a lot of CFAs working for them. It's a great profession, but you need to be very strong in finance and accounts to get a CFA, just like CA. So if you're looking for a CA or a CFA, do a BCom honors degree. If you're looking at an MBA, then you can do either economics or commerce or BBA. MBA is a more generic degree rather than a specific degree. Vivek Charvi is asking, how do I choose between BBA, BCom? I don't know nothing about these.
So in my view, although Dr. Kesri would add, BBA is a more generic degree which will teach you business administration, and you become a leader by picking up skills of leadership and administration. Whereas BCom is a more specific degree in commerce, and commerce will help you to either become a chartered accountant or a banker or somebody who is working for a company who's looking after commerce, who's looking after accounts, looking after things like that. Dr. Kesri, would like to add?
Yeah, but that does not mean that BCom honors student cannot go for MBA. Very much you can go for MBA. I'd like to share a success story here at Shoolini. Poonam Sharma is a very local, Pravanu girl, and she did BCom honors with us and ended up getting a highest package with LG company, 12.5 lakh. And you can very much do MBA after that. So no one stops you from that.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. But so BBA, I think BCom, you can do an MBA, CA, CFA, but typically after BBA, it's difficult to do a CA or CFA. You don't study the type of accounting that's needed. Radhika is asking, 12th, a good option. After 12th, should she go abroad? I'll say difficult times, Radhika. Abroad is not the time to go this time. But what do you think, Vivek? Should Radhika think about going abroad in this corona times?
Actually, I'm never in favor of people going abroad much. Maybe to do a higher degree, it's okay. In my view, after 12th, you are too young to go abroad. But it's okay in normal circumstances. Right now, it's a tough time. So if you have just done 12th, then it's better to get admission in a good Indian university and take that choice. I feel that higher studies at the postgraduate level or even a superior level, that could be the time if you want to do a 1 or 2 year degree from abroad, that could be there. But Indian universities are just as good now. There's so many universities. I've been to Shoolini regularly, and as Atul Khosla said, I've been teaching there and talking to students. They're as bright as anyone. So choose your university in India for now.
Yes, Radhika, I would also like to add that if you join the program at Shoolini University, you will get ample opportunity to complete at least one semester in abroad first, and then so that you can better decide later that which country you would like to go for which program for higher studies.
So Janvi is asking Vivek, how is dramatics as a profession? I know you are a lot into theater, still are. So Vivek.
Dramatics is a great choice. I am very surprised and happy to hear that question. So I was in 3 plays in school, although I wasn't a dramatic student. My daughter Kavya is going to more serious theatre, although she hasn't done a degree, but she has learned theatre with a theatre company in Chandigarh called Wing. Zubin Mehta is the founder. And I feel that dramatics will be fantastic for you if your parents support you. Sometimes parents don't support such things. Convince them gradually. Don't be impatient with them. If you feel that it is for you, go for it. And of course, dramatics may not actually give a job or something like that, but it will give you creative satisfaction. It may even give you a career. You have to be good at whatever you do.
Absolutely. I think in dramatics, the winner takes all. If you believe you have in it to become an Anupam Kher or really good, then choose lots of great dramatic schools. I know someone who's just joined Shoolini, who's a graduate of the National School of Drama, NSD. What a beautiful person Ankur is. But you really need to be good, Janvi, to do dramatics. I think you can be average in BBA, BCom and still have a good life. But in dramatics, you just have to be absolutely stunning to be the hero or the heroine. In your case, the heroine, because the winner takes all. And as you see, there's one Shah Rukh Khan, and there are millions of other people who are aspiring to be Salman Khan or Shah Rukh Khan or Ranveer Singh, whoever is your favorite. Tarandeep is saying, I'm confused about my career. We did try to answer some of this, Tarandeep. I've given my Insta handle on the comment side. You can write to me on Insta. Please do that. I'll be happy to counsel you whichever way it is. Even Vivek will write his social media handles and his email address, and you can reach out to Vivek or Dr. Kestri.
Yes, Taran, I'd like to add that Absolutely. If you, I'll be very happy to counsel you on one-on-one interaction. And I have been doing that for the last 10 years, apart from my teaching and research career.
So we've got anonymous attendee asking, how do I do a CPA? So CPA is the US equivalent of a CA. I would say do a CA. That's probably the best thing, but you need a BCom degree for that. So get a BCom degree. If you want to do CPA, you'll have to move to the United States. Not easy to get a visa nowadays, but that's up to you. So I would say do a CA rather than a CPA. Scope of economics, again, lots of scope. You can become an academician like Dr. Kestri. Lots of companies want economics graduates. There's a lot of choice, especially in the knowledge industry. You can do an MBA. So if you love economics, I think it's a very generalist and a very, very good thing to do. Most consulting firms love students who are economics graduates. So definitely, I think that's something.
And as I said in my presentation, you can prepare for the Indian Economic Services as well.
So Devkant is asking, I'm a student of commerce. What are the career options and how to become successful and get a good job? Vivek, I think that's something that you counsel students a lot about.
Yeah, so if you're a student of commerce, many avenues are open. As Dr. Kestri said, you can do an MBA. You can also prepare for competitions. You can prepare for banking competitions. You can try for a private sector job in the bank. You can try for a company. You can also do higher studies. You can specialize in a particular field, do a PhD. Doing a BCom is just the first step. You can prepare for UPSC. You can maybe choose your optional in the first year or second year of college and try and go for it. And a lot of people do, they become all-rounders basically. Very few options which are left. Of course, chartered accountancy, etc. are logical, but there are so many other options.
Absolutely. I think we're sort of coming to an end, so I'll pick up 2-3 questions over here. So one is Gia is asking, is doing a PhD very difficult, Dr. Kestri?
Yes, it is, but not that difficult if you have decided that I want to go for, I have interest in research, and you can go for it. And nowadays, it has become actually very easy nowadays. There is a lot of material is already available online, and when I did PhD, I had to search it offline. But if you are dedicated and if you are decided, if you are determined, then it is not difficult. I would say that nothing is impossible in this world. And if you have interest in research, I will be very happy to guide you.
So Vanshika is asking, she's saying, I don't like accounts. I'm very bad at it. I don't like mathematics. What are the career options? I think Vanshika, lots of career options for you. You could think about BA English honors, do an honors program. You can do BGMC, become a journalist. You can do yoga. If you're fond of yoga, you can do programs in hotel management. So lots of opportunities. I think BBA also doesn't have a very intense mathematics or accounts focus, but if you completely hate accounts, you'll still have to do 1 or 2 courses in accounts in BBA. Do choose either design or hotel management, or you can choose, like I said, yoga. You can do BA English. You can do journalism. All of these programs are there at Shoolini. Happy to again counsel you for that.
Yes, but please again do not forget to identify your interests.
Absolutely. I think Devkant has already answered. So anonymous attendee saying, I don't know what my strengths are. I like dance, but I can't join an academy. So, reach out to any one of us, anonymous attendee. We've written our Instagrams. I think it's a longer discussion with either me, Vivek, or Dr. Kesri. If you could also write down your Insta or email address, Dr. Kesri over there, we'll appreciate. We have Harsh. He still doesn't know what his aim is. Harsh, again, try to answer questions. Reach out to us. How to stick to one thing, Janvi, Vivek, that's for you. How to stick to one thing. I can understand, Yeah.
Actually, Janvi, you don't have to stick to one thing, but you have to focus on whatever you're doing. So you have to, at the point when you have to choose your stream, obviously you have to choose one stream at that time. When you are going to class 11 or you're going to college, you have to choose one particular course. You don't have to stick to it. You don't have to confine yourself to it. But supposing you choose English honors, it will enable you to diversify your career in various ways after English honors. If you choose commerce, again, like we mentioned, there are so many options. So choose a stream because you have to choose a stream at that point in your life, but also develop your creative interests. Don't be unidimensional. Choose things like music and sports and writing to be a part of your life. So diversify. If you, I think you are the one who asked the question about dramatics. So if you are a creative person, keep your creativity alive and do a course because you have to do a course and get some knowledge, get a degree, learn about life skills, etc. in that. And actually what you learn in college, very little of it you use later. But to work or study at a good university is what you need to decide now.
So Gia is asking, where is Shoolini? We are located very close to Kasauli and Solan. So we are around an hour, 20 minutes from Chandigarh, Gia. If you travel towards Simla, we are up in the mountains, very beautiful, and we showed some pictures over there. So happy to welcome you. Ahipsa is asking, tell us about entrepreneurial skills. I think entrepreneurial skills is all about taking risk. So Ahipsa, if you can, and it's for leadership and ownership. So if you think you have those skills, you can start doing some small stuff. You can start a small bakery shop along with your studies, or you can start selling something small. Whatever you like to do apart from your studies, and you'll test yourself whether you have the skills or not.
And we will give you ample opportunity here during the degree time also to start with your leadership skills while doing the collaborative project and other activities.
So we have someone saying, I didn't understand a question. Lenovo, you're saying, please take at St. Luke's. I'm interested to have a look at the college. Please do come over. We'll be honored and delighted to. You go to our website, www.shooliniuniversity.com, or just search Shoolini University, or just Shoolini on Google, and just send in an inquiry over there. Someone from our counseling center will get in touch. Happy to host you at Shoolini, and please do come and meet me and Kesri, and if Vivek is there, then definitely Vivek also. Can we do a CA after 12th? That's one question over here.
Yes, certainly you can do CA after 12th. There are 3 levels of CA. One is foundation, then is intermediate, and then is the final. So foundation is nothing but the entrance test for your CA. So you can go for that after +2 also. But people at times find it very difficult to crack because it is very, very difficult test. So then people of the second way, they do the BCom honors first. They acquire some knowledge of accounting and finance, and then they prepare for that. But certainly you can go after +2 as well.
So Simran is asking, can I do an LLB after commerce? Whether it's the best choice. So there's nothing like best or not so best, Simran. Lots and lots of opportunities. You can do an LLB after commerce and become a lawyer if that excites you. If being a CA excites you, then you can do a CA, MBA. Lots of options after BCom. Can we do CA and CFA together? REDME, theoretically yes, but both of them are very difficult programs. I would say choose between CA, CFA. Accounting excites you, do CA. Finance excites you, do become a CFA. I think that's how. So if stocks and equity and those type of stuff, things excite you, then CFA. If numbers and accounts excite you, then it's being a CA. What courses? Definitely not. I think BCom is what you do, anonymous. If you want to do a CA, that's what you should do. Can you do after commerce? Can you do Air Force or CDS? Absolutely yes.
Yes.
So Vivek runs an academy called the Vivek Career Academy. Vivek, you want to pick it up? Can they do CDS or Air Force or Navy after BCom?
CDS.
They can. Actually, there are so many opportunities in the government and defense and civil services and other services. BCom is definitely one of the courses you can do to get eligible, be eligible for that. We have a career academy in Panchkula, which carries out online and offline programs. We have a tie-up with Shoolini University for UPSC and for other state civil services, even for such programs. So definitely, if you have that in mind, do a BCom and or a PA or a whatever degree you do, and go ahead.
So two more questions, Vivek. There's one for you and one for me.
Sure.
So Vivek, sir, share your experience being a TEDx speaker.
Oh wow, that's a good one. So TEDx speaker, the first time I went, I had no idea, and this was in 2014, I think, or 14 or so, or something. I went to Gurgaon and they invited me. I thought it's a high-tech kind of place and I'm going to have a nice audience. But I didn't know what TEDx was about. Then I read it up, and it wasn't that popular either. It became more popular in India after that. My first TEDx talk was, I was very cool, and it was on being an all-rounder in life. I got a clock on the floor of the stage, which said 18 minutes going backwards. So I had to stop before 18 minutes were over. That was the only change. But it was a good experience. And later that talk went to thousands of people on YouTube. So today I have 8 TEDx talks, and it's very exciting to be a TEDx speaker. And every time I have a TEDx talk, I'm very excited to go and speak. And it gives a new flavor to your life. So it's a prestigious and well-known thing. You can inspire more people through TEDx.
Absolutely. It's a fascinating experience speaking TEDx because you have to speak in a definite time and you have to speak. You pretty much have to remember what you have to say. You can't ramble, and you have to be really good because you're being recorded. So Vivek is a great speaker. Go to his YouTube and listen to Vivek. Always very, very inspiring. Bhavna is asking opportunities in yoga. Bhavna, lots and lots of opportunities in yoga now. The world is crazy about yoga. I don't know whether you know, but yoga is a $50 billion business. That is actually 200,000 crores. That is the size of 2 lakh crores. That's the size of the yoga market across the world. So you can become a yoga instructor. As an instructor, you can join a university, a college, a hotel, resorts. You can be an individual trainer. You can start your own yoga academy. Lots and lots and lots of scope about yoga. It's a new upcoming subject, and lots of Westerners are getting crazy about it. Can I know more about actuarial sciences? Yes, actuarial sciences is a lot about statistics. If your maths is very, very good, you can do actuarial sciences, and you can then become an actuary like CA. Becoming an actuary is also a professional program, but you have to have a very, very good understanding of maths, and you should love mathematics for that. Can you do IAS after commerce, Vivek?
Yeah, you can do IAS. One of the subjects is commerce. You can definitely go ahead and choose one of the options. Some people, they choose some generic optional like public administration or sociology, which is also okay. But definitely after a BCom degree, you can appear for the UPSC exam.
You know, I'm tempted though. Can we take 2 more questions, Vivek? Some very good questions here, if you allow me. I know we have crossed time. So Charvi is asking, Charvi Malhotra, how do I speak English fluently? And I want to really answer that, Charvi, because I couldn't speak a word of English when I went to IIT. You know, I learned how to speak English, and the only way to do that is practice, practice, practice. I bought a camera and I started speaking into that camera every day for an hour. Dr. Kesri also comes from a background where she couldn't speak any English till she went to college. She went to St. Bede's in Simla, and she has a similar story. Vivek was a little more privileged. He went to more privileged schools, but every one of us will tell you, practice. Start speaking, start doing webinars with friends, start speaking English, and you'll learn. But even if you don't speak English very fluently, who cares? You should be able to communicate well, Charvi, and you should be happy, because that's what's more important. And Vandana is asking, how do I get a 25 lakh package? And I want you to answer that, Vivek. And then we'll close.
I'm not the right person to answer that, but I would say that do your best in whatever you do and become an all-rounder, have good communication skills, have a vibrant personality, study hard and play hard, and work on yourself, and you do well.
So, Vandana, I can tell you that everyone in this room, everyone who's listening to this webinar will be very, very successful, because India will be successful. And there's no two opinion about it. Make sure that you keep away from wrong things. A lot of students nowadays take drugs, keep away from drugs. Definitely at Shoolini, there are none, but I know lots of universities around Chandigarh and Delhi, Vivek, where there are lots and lots of drugs which are happening, Punjab. Just keep away from bad things. And I can tell you, Vandana, you'll end up doing well. You don't have to worry too much, but you'll have to work very hard for it, right? I mean, nothing comes easy. So keep your head over your shoulder and you'll do very, very well. I think that's really it from our side. Last thoughts, Vivek, before we close. I'll request you for your 1 minute last thoughts. One last sentence from you, Dr. Kesri, and then from me.
Thank you very much, Atul and Dr. Kesri. This has been a wonderful webinar. In the beginning, Atul asked something which I didn't answer that time. Now I'll answer. What is success? Success is that which gives you happiness. Success must give you happiness. Otherwise, there's no point in trying for money or power or fame or material acquisitions. Find success by being happy from within with whatever you do. And I must show my book. It's here, Finding Success Within, and 52 Life Skills for Young Indians. You can read this book. It's available on Amazon. So find whatever gives you happiness and go for it.
Absolutely. Okay, Dr. Kesri.
All right. So students, I'd like to say that it is not always the ability, but which makes you successful. It is always the efforts you put in. And if you have chosen something, if you have made a better choice for yourself, then do it with wholeheartedly and give it your 100%. And I always believe in giving more than 100%, and definitely you are going to succeed in life. And the most important thing, as I always tell my students, that whatever you do, love doing that and do that with full dedication and be always happy, and certainly you are going to be successful. Always keep smiling.
Thank you, Dr. Kesri. I think what beautiful words. So students, be happy, be brave. Choose a job you love, the career you love, the course you love. Don't be influenced by your friends. Dream big. Dream about reaching the moon. Dream about becoming the Prime Minister. Dream about becoming Kohli or whatever excites you. Have a lot of fun along the way, because it's happy people who succeed. Successful people need not be happy, like Vivek said. And finally, if you have any questions ever, do reach out to us. At Shoolini, we work very, very hard to make all of you successful. Any one of you who ends up studying at Shoolini, we welcome you. If you come here, I'll personally mentor you. Come and meet me. We look forward to meeting all of you at some point of time. Once again, wish you all good luck. All of you are blessed. God bless you. Be safe and have a wonderful, wonderful next few months. Thank you very much.
Thank you.